Easier, please. Any direction, 1 square. So anywhere where these green lines are pointing, the king can go. So wherever he is, it doesn't matter whether he's here like on the edge, he can go 1 square. Now, pawns. Somebody mentioned they can jump 1. Well, guess what? This guy jumped 2. Why? Because he was on the green line. If you're on your starting spot, you can go, you have a choice. You can go 1.
I start.
Or you can go 2. Okay? So here, white's
Can I try
move.
it?
No, we're not gonna try it today, okay? Maybe you're gonna try it after class, okay? So ready, 1 square. Pawn went 1 square only. It is whoever's playing with the white pieces is their choice. Okay. Now, black moves their king. Diagonal. We call this kind of a motion diagonal. Okay. So he's moving diagonal like that, but like a king, only 1 square. Now, white makes a move. This guy jumps 2. Shh, boom. Now magic happens. Remember, the pawns are moving straight, right? 1 square straight. So you think that's all they can do? Pawns can capture. So here, this pawn can capture. Ready? Boom. So you take out the piece and put yours there. But of course, if we're playing on the internet, it happens automatically. You just move your piece there, and the other one, if it can be captured, it will disappear. Can white capture here like this? Yeah, yeah, white can capture back. So here we are. Make sure you remember that, okay? When somebody captures something, so take something from you, you try to capture back.
I learned that.
Yes, good. Awesome. That is very
But
good
when,
rule to remember.
but when I killed when I used mommy showed me this game, this chess
Yes.
game, I lost it, and there's another one just kill me and black, and I lose.
Excellent. Now I'm going to show
Now I
you
can restart.
all the pieces. Okay? All the pieces. Where they start. See? The pawns are at the top on rank 2. But if you're playing white, then this is what the game looks like to you because you're here sitting in front of the white pieces. Now, pawns can go 1 or 2 at the beginning. These guys have not moved. Now, notice some boards, if you have a chessboard at home, maybe you don't know how to set it up. Maybe your board doesn't have the letters and numbers. See, I have letters here along the bottom. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We call these guys with the letters, we call them files. Repeat after me, files.
Files.
Files, awesome. Now, A file, B file, C file. Now, if your board doesn't have these numbers or letters, how do you know which way the board is going to go? Do you know how to set up the board? No? Nobody knows how to set up there. Here's what we look at. Remember, if our board doesn't have letters or numbers, this square, a white square, should be on your right. A white on the right, okay? Then you'll be fine. You're ready to set up your pieces, okay? So notice I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna be pretend I'm playing with the black pieces here. See, my board, my square to my right is also a white square, white on the right. Now, does anybody know what other piece can move here? We're starting the game. White begins first. White begins first. What other piece can move right now? We know that we could move the pawn, but not all the pieces can move. Which piece can move? Go ahead, tell us. It
It's
is
a small one. It's a small one.
not just the small one, not just the pawns. Another piece that can move at the beginning is the knight. Okay, 1, 2, sideways. Ta-da! That is a very happy piece. That is a weird jump, isn't it? Okay, so that's why I tell you, I say what I said when I jumped. 1, 2, sideways. Okay. So this knight can jump here. It can also go 1, 2, sideways. So it can go here too, okay? So you have a choice, okay? Where you can move the knight. Guess what? This guy can move out too. So the only pieces that can move at the beginning are pawns, little guys, pawns, P-A-W-N, and the knights. These guys can jump over. This knight can jump over there if you want, okay? Or it can jump, which is a better move, jumping towards the middle. 1, 2, sideways. All right. So that's how the pieces are set up. Now, remember this, but with practice, you're gonna know all this stuff, okay? We're gonna keep on repeating it. Does anybody know what these guys are called in the corners? What are they called? Do you know the name? Go ahead, tell us. What are they called?
Rocks.
Sorry, horse? Yes, in a lot of languages they're called horses, but in English we call them knights. Okay, so repeat after me, knights.
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 But isn't the horses knights?
Yes, it looks like a horse, right? But the knight is actually in reality is the person on top of a horse, right? Now I'm gonna share Lichess. A lot of you already became a members there. We're gonna go there next week, okay? But I'm gonna go there just myself, and I'm gonna show you some stuff there, okay? Ready? I'm gonna change my share. Here comes my change of sharing. Lichess. Ta-da! That's Lichess. Can you guys see Lichess now? Now, get ready. Don't miss it. I'm going to play a game. And I probably lose because it's going to be ridiculously fast game. I'm going to play a 2-minute game. Ready? No, maybe 3-minute. Here it comes. Don't miss it. I clicked on that. 3 plus 0. Oh, he's moving pawn. Knight. Wow, this guy's fast. Capture. Oh, the queen is out. Move a pawn. Another knight. See how fast it's going? You guys are not gonna play this fast. You guys are not learn how to take your time, okay? I'm gonna do a funny move with my king. 1, 2, hop the rook. Wow, is that ever strange, eh? Now, bishop goes up, pointy guy. Look how he's moving, okay? I know, this is very fast, isn't it? Okay, don't worry if you miss something, okay? I just wanted to show you what a super fast game kind of looks like, okay? Oh, what are you doing? Capturing my pawn? I notice that I capture back, okay? Wow, what is this person doing? Attacking my knight, my king, but my knight is pointing there, so I'm not worried, okay? Okay, what else? I don't know what to do. I attack here. Bishop pointing, running. They're pointing to each other, these bishops, they're called, the pointy guys, okay? Not the one that looks like a horse, again, it's called that knight. We're gonna repeat the name of all these guys, okay, soon. Oh, captured. Well, I capture back, okay? Hey, you want to capture my horse? No, why? I'm gonna see the pawn is pointing at my knight. I'm gonna move it, protect it. Oh no, I lost the game. You know how I know I lost the game? The queen is pointing at my king, and that means he's in check, but I cannot run away, okay?
Checkmate.
It's a checkmate. No, it's not a checkmate. I can run away. Oh, I missed that. I had a escape route. I could run away. Oh, that's so good. I didn't lose the game, but I have quite a bit less time. Now, when you guys come over here and play in Lichess, hopefully next week, we don't know how it's going to go. You got to keep an eye on these numbers, the clocks, okay? The clock is going to keep on ticking, okay? So you got to pay attention to it, okay? You cannot, oh, they moved, a rook into danger, but I cannot capture it. I'll tell you about that next week, not this week. This week, we're going to learn how to move all these guys, learn their name, and also we're going to learn about check and checkmate, what it means. So we learn today how to move all these guys, how to capture, and about check and checkmate. And also about that funny move that I did with my king, where I jumped 2 and the rook kind of automatically jumped over my king. We call that, does anybody know what we call that move that the guy with the cross on top does? What do we call that move? Nobody knows? We call it, go ahead, tell us if you know what that move is that the king does, jumps to.
Switch.
Yeah, it is kind of like a switch, isn't it? But it's called castling, okay? And we can do castling in 2 places, okay? We can do it in queen side and king side, okay? More about that later, okay? More about that later. Wow, this game is lasting very long, looks like it, but I have only 36 seconds. And I hope I can last a lot longer, okay? Because I want to win this game. And of course, when you play, also you want to try to win, okay? So you capture, and I'll tell you how we end up winning the game, okay? I'm going to tell you how that happens. Of course, like I said earlier, your games are going to be slower, okay? A little bit
I
slower.
have one
Because
question.
we'll
Why
need
is the
time.
king? Why is the king afraid of people pointing at him?
No, it just doesn't like it. It's called check. It is called check, and the king just doesn't like things pointing at it, right? That's all. Rook came over for a visit. Uh-oh, I'm gonna get checkmate, it looks like. Oh, I got 3 seconds. No, checkmate. This is a checkmate. Now, let's go back to my board. But first, everybody, eyes here. Don't miss this one. Everything that I'm going to be showing you in the next 1 or 2 lessons, it's here for you to look at every time you have time, and you can. Okay, here, see the button up top? Learn. Chess basics. Okay, I'll click on that. All these lessons are here. How to move the king. Here it is. I'm going to click on that. Moving the king. Let's go. See, it's showing
I
me.
played this game before.
Did you? Oh, you were here before. Awesome. Now I'm going to go back to my board. And but I just wanted to let you know that learn and chess basics is here up on the top. Chess basics. Okay, that's what we're going to be covering in the next few lessons. So it's all there. If you need a repeat, it's there. But also you can, when you come back to our lesson, we're going to repeat everything. So ready? Now let's move some other guys. We move the king by himself, okay? And we move the pawns. What else did we move? What other pieces did we move?
The bishop?
No, we didn't move the bishop. Hint, hint.
Knight?
The knight, the one that everybody was calling a horse. Yes, in some languages, it's a horse, okay? So now we're gonna move bishop. Now I'm gonna spell it, okay? Up the top here of our game, at the very top, there is a place where there is writing, okay? And I'm gonna write it there, okay? I'm gonna write bishop. Okay, that is the one we're doing right now. All right, bishop. Okay, ready? Let's move my bishop. I have a choice. Anywhere diagonal. Any one of those squares I can go. Okay, now I can go here. Oh, that's very shy. Not a very happy bishop because he's not pointing at very much. A much happier bishop would be probably this guy. Now, he's pointing at many squares. He's pointing all the way down here, all the way up there, diagonal. And here, and here. So see, I told you, that's why he has a happy bishop. Now, some of you have learned some stuff already. So I'm checking who knows where this bishop can go. Eyes here, Evan. Eyes on the screen. Who knows where this bishop can go that is, it's gonna put, excuse me, the black king in check. Whoa, Matthew's hand is so high. Matthew, where can the bishop go that he puts the black king in check? Matthew knows.
So you just go right here.
No, there is no right here.
The
There is letter and number. Go ahead. Letter and number. What? Which letter is it going? So the letters are at the bottom.
You go to 4 I guess.
I4. Let's go to I. No, there is no I. But there is a B5. Is that right, Matthew?
And then you just go right diagonal to the king.
Yes, when you go there, you're already pointing to the king, and he doesn't like it. He says, "Whoa, that bishop is pointing at me." This is called check. So the bishop went up there and says, check. Notice that on the writing, it put capital B for bishop and B5. That's where the bishop it is right now, on B,
B5.
B5. And the plus sign at the end of the writing, it's check. That's how we write check. So, hello, Mr. King, you're in check. We're pointing at you. What? I don't like it. I'm gonna move. I can't stay there. He can move away. Oh, that's much better, says the Black King, because he's not in check anymore. And yeah, every time you put him in check, he wants to get out of check. So make sure of that. All right. Now, somebody was writing something on the chat and I couldn't see it. Okay, no, it wasn't a chat. Okay, ready? So bishop. Notice that this guy, pointy guy, Mr. White Square Bishop, can only move on the white squares. He's gonna go hunting for the king. Oh, the king was here. What happened? Can't see him anymore. Oh, not here, not here. What happened to the king? He disappeared. He can't see the king anymore because he only travels on the white squares. Okay, so the king disappeared. As far so if there is a bishop attacking you, easy to disappear. Just move over to the other color squares. And now I'm going to show you the starting position, the beginning of the game again. Do you see that we have two bishops? One moves around on the dark squares. This guy moves around on the white squares. Now, question, here's those who had chess before, know a little bit. Can the bishop on the white squares jump over here? Boom. Can he do that? Say yes or no if you know. Go ahead. Uh-oh, Kaylin is saying no. And Evan is saying no. Why? Why do these guys know? Why not, Kaylin? Why not?
Because the only one that can jump through on another is the knight.
Correctamungo. Yes, this guy's none of the pieces. Did you hear Kaylin? She said, no pieces can jump over, only the knight. Okay, that's a very, very, very special power that the knight has. So bishops cannot jump over. So if I want to move this bishop, I gotta move, make room. Now that's very happy bishop now, because next move, of course, you cannot move it right away. Next move, I can jump up there. Okay, good. Now, pawn goes, jumps over, dun, 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 dun. Oh, what a beautiful day. I'm gonna jump 2 squares. I have lots of energy. I'm gonna jump 2 this time. Can the bishop capture? Yeah, we can capture 1 point. Let's go. Let's go capture 1 point. Ta-da! Yes, we're winning. We're not winning the whole game, but we're winning in material. 1 point. Okay, ready? Now, we put the king in check. We were pointing to the king, right? We were pointing to the king. The bishop travels around white squares. cannot jump over stuff. Only the king, the knight can jump over stuff. So we capture. Notice, do you guys remember the pawn walked like this, straight, but captures like this? The pawn is the only guy who's like that. All the other ones, they move one way, they capture that way. Okay? The pawn is the only one that is different. Okay, let's go back to the empty board. Let's put a rook. That is the ones that look like a tower. They sit on the corners. In some languages, they are called towers. Okay, in Spanish, I know that's a language I know, it's called torre. In French, it's called tour, which means tower. Okay,
Excuse
but
me.
go ahead.
But I learned how to speak French, but now I'm done. But I didn't really learn how to say all of it. My teacher only teached me like some.
Some awesome. You here it is. You're gonna learn how to move all of them. Okay. So let's continue on with our pieces. This guy, as who I said, is called the rook. I'm gonna write it there. It's very strange for people in Britain. You know why? Because in Britain there is a black bird that has the same name, and this is the name of that bird. Is the name of our chess piece. In Canada, I think they're crows. We call them crows, okay? The blackbird. Rook, okay, rook. That's what these guys are called. Now, can the rook do this? Eyes on the board. Shh, boom. Can the rook do that? Eyes on the board. Uh-oh, we have somebody who's saying definitely not. And I think they're right. Definitely not. The rook cannot do diagonal moves. Okay? The rook can only move like this, straight up, any number of squares you want, like zippity-doo-dah, across the board in one move. Can you imagine? Okay? Very powerful, okay? Especially at the end of the game. So let's go put
But I
that
know how
black.
to use this. You can win to defeat this. Where is it?
The rook can jump straight, and we call this straight, in any direction. Okay, so to the left, to the right, come down, or go up there. Let's go up there, scare the pants out of the king. Ready? Let's
Obviously
go, let's
not gonna
go,
be
let's
good
go.
because
Here we
you might
coming.
die.
We're going to no, nobody dies here. We put the king in check.
No, I mean your rook might die because the king might kill your rook.
Well, things can be captured. They don't die. Okay. So capture. Get used to those words. Now, is the black king in check? Yes, the black king is in check. Now, this is pointing at the black king. Excuse me 2 seconds here. My nose is acting up. Okay, so yes, we're pointing at this black king. Do you think the black king likes that you're pointing at him? No, he runs away. So he goes, hey, you're pointing at me. I don't like it. You, black king is in check. Notice on the writing, RF8. Okay, we're not going to learn the writing for a long time from now. Okay, writing is the moves is something that people do in tournaments, but we don't have to do that now. Okay, let's escape. Let's run away. Can the king go here? No, because that rook still pointing at him. You can never go where something is pointing at your king. Can he go here? No, but I can definitely go here, here, or here. Okay, let's go to E7. Okay, so E, notice this is E, and 7. Ta-da! Yes, the king is not, he's happy now. He's not in check. Guess what? Who didn't notice it? That the rook is in danger. Instead, they moved their king. They said, do you need some help, rook? I'm coming over to help, but I can go only slow, one square at a time. Oh, thank you, king. Oh, can the king capture the rook? Can the king capture the rook? Yes, the king can capture the rook because it's only one square away, see? So we can capture it. Ta-da! This is a tie game. Nobody's gonna win. You know why nobody's gonna win? Because these guys, they cannot attack each other. What does it keep on saying? Insufficient material. That means it's fancy words for there is not enough on the board to checkmate anybody with. The kings cannot even get close to each other. This guy thinks that that other guy smells. This guy thinks that the other guy smells too. So it is White's turn. They could have gone there, but they wanted to try to go up there. Hey, oh, you really smell. No, he couldn't go there. They can never be beside each other. Oh, my goodness, you should shower sometime. Oh, smell. I kings can never go close to each other. Okay, that is part of the rules. All right. So, what did we move? Did we move the knights? Yes, we did. Not everywhere, but we did. Okay. Now, all the pieces can go everywhere you want them to go, except for the pawn. The pawn can never go backwards. Okay. So when a pawn moves, that's the little guys. Let's set up our pieces again. Back to the beginning.
I remember the pawns.
Yeah, you remember the pawn, the little guy. He walks straight only. And since he can walk straight only, he walks up in one direction only. He can never go back. All the other guys, these guys here, white or black, they can go up, down, to the right, to the left, in their own special way. In their own special way, they can go up, down, to the right, to the left, in their own special way. But the pawns are stuck. They can only go straight. These guys can only go up that way, and the black pawns can only go down this way. Okay, unless there's something there for them to capture, right? So let's start. That is a good pawn. Center in the middle. Okay. Hello, pawn. Can this pawn capture here now? No, they cannot capture what's in front of them. Can you believe it? These two pawns are stuck, cannot move. They're blocked.
Checkers is almost like the same as chess, but the circles only move by one, but the other ones move the same thing. That's it.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
I remember that you told us that what's this called again?
Pawn, P-A-W-N.
Like,
I didn't write it down. I am gonna write it down. Tuta, tu, tu, tu,
I
tu.
remember that you said that pawns can only go straight, but when they capture, they go sideways.
That's right, diagonal, a little bit. So here it's writing P-A-W-N, pawn. That's the little guys, okay? So these two pawns are stuck. They cannot move. And it happens sometimes. Everybody moves pawns and the other guy moves pawns and they're like stuck in the middle. Nothing happens. No. At the beginning, we got to learn how to move knights and bishops out early. That's these guys. Okay. Knights and bishops. Get those guys out. Not too many pawns, please. Okay. And for the black side, these guys. Okay. Not too many pawns, please. Okay. And I'll tell you why not too many of the little guys later. Okay. Did we move everybody? Who are we missing? Who are we missing? Which one?
I think we're missing the queen.
Yes. Yes, we're missing the queen. Let's go to the empty board again and let's move the queen. The most powerful piece on the board. But first, before we go there, you're going to repeat some numbers.
But you're gonna lose.
Let's go. Okay, ready? Can everybody see my board? Ready? Repeat after me. 1.
1.
Hello?
One.
1.
I was the only one that said 1.
3.
3.
3.
3 and a half.
5.
3 and a half.
3 and a half.
3.5.
5.
5.
5.
That's how many points there
5.
if the opponent captures it. Ready? Shh, the queen. 9. 9.
9.
9. I didn't hear everybody. 9.
9.
9.
Thank you. How many points is the king?
1.
What do we call that number that is the biggest numbers of them all? The biggest number.
1. Why?
The biggest number ever.
I thought the biggest number was 1 trillion.
No, it's more than that.
Infinite.
Maybe 2 trillion. Maybe
3.
3. What is it called? The biggest number of all the numbers. Infinity.
3.
Repeat after me. Infinity.
Infinity.
That's how much these guys is.
Infinite.
Can the king be captured? No.
No.
No, you can never capture the king. Okay, let's go back to the empty board and move the almighty, super powerful queen. Okay, she is the big boss. Okay, yeah, when we're attacking, she is definitely the big boss. Okay,
But the boss
Nice.
needs, but you cannot control the boss by using the checkmate first, because you're gonna lose. You might lose really fast.
right. You at the beginning, did you guys hear that? This is awesome wisdom. Remember this. When you're at the beginning, do not move this one first. Knights and bishops, like I said, if you get this guy out
Because
early,
you might lose.
you might lose. Okay, let's move the queen. Guess what? The queen is like 2 pieces. It's like the rook. Remember the rook? The guy who sits in the corner, looks like a tower. The queen can do that too. Remember the pointy guy, the bishop? The queen can do that too. Diagonal moves like the bishop. That's why she's 9 points. Very powerful. Let's go scare the pants out of the king. Ready? Let's go there. We're gonna go here. Boom. Hello, king. You're in check. Again, I don't like this. We put the king in check. Now, we're pointing to the king. Remember, the queen can go like a rook and like a bishop. So, hello, king, you're in check. I don't like you. He moves away from check. Okay. Now, The queen can do bishop or rook, but the queen cannot do 1, 2 sideways. Who does that?
The knight.
The knight. The
Oh,
queen
horse
cannot
knight.
do that. The queen cannot do that. Okay? Only like a bishop or a rook. Do we move everybody? Yes. Let's capture something. Okay, let's capture something. Remember the numbers. 1, 3, 3.5, 5, and 9. Okay? Maybe I'll set up some more so that you remember. Okay? Here, I'm gonna set them up here. Okay? Tum, 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 tum. Ready? Repeat after me. 1. Hello? 1, 3,
3,
3.5.
3.5.
Just a little bit. Bishop is a little bit more, right? 5.
5.
How many is this one?
9.
9. Now, I'm going to make a move. You're going to tell me if it's a good move or not.
It's 5
Ready?
o'clock.
Boom. I captured.
It's a good move.
I capture how many points? 5. I capture a rook.
5.
Now, I
The
lose my
king has
queen.
to run away.
No, he doesn't have to. He can capture. Was that a good trade? I won 5
Nope.
points, but I lost my queen. I lost 9. That was not a good trade.
Nope.
Be careful of that, okay? Okay, guys. I don't know whether I'm supposed to extend it because I was late 5 minutes. I will wait for instructions from the people of Applesmart, okay? But I'm willing to stay longer if you wish, okay? Some of you are busy, maybe you have something else. Maybe you have something else going on right now, but I am willing to stay another 5 or so minutes, okay?
I have one question.
Go ahead.
Next class, are we going to be able to actually play chess?
If you can already play chess, you should go to Lee Chess and play like I did. You don't have to wait for class, okay? But depending on how much they have learned, I'm gonna test you guys at the beginning of next class. Now, if everybody, I see that they have learned, then yes, we're gonna go to Lee Chess on the last half of our class, and we're gonna play there, depending on how much people remember, okay, of our lesson. But you can go to Lee Chess anytime you want. Now, and practice. Make sure you tell mom or dad which website and where you are, okay?
Excuse me.
Yes?
I don't need to go to Lee Chess. My iPad has chess.
Already there, and you can practice. Any practice you can do, guess what? You know, another thing that is very good when you're learning something, you teach somebody. I'm sure there's somebody that doesn't know chess, stuff that you learned today. Now you know how to move all the pieces and you know what check is, okay? I'm gonna show you checkmate, okay? I'm gonna show you checkmate. Ready? If you're still here,
I am still here.
people from Apple Smart haven't told me